Hello there, this is Jess, and today I want to show you how I'm usually doing line arts in my artworks. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint, as you can see, and I have chosen to use this artwork I did for Xiao's birthday, actually, last month. And I've always thought that I maybe should fix some things with this painting, and for that I also thought, well, why not just do some proper line arts and maybe color it in the end, because I kind of like it, especially Bendy's gaze. I like it a lot. What I usually do is that first thing, you can see here I've made a lot of folders and some some layers already, and so these are all the layers for that drawing. And first thing I do is usually create another folder and another layer and a second layer. As you can see, there are two different layers in Clip Studio Paint. One is the usual layer where you can color and do stuff. I could also use this one for creating line arts, of course, but I like to use this one more because this creates vector lines. And as you will see, vector lines are really nice to work with because you can adjust them pretty easily if you've made some kind of mistake. And also on a side note, I'm using a drawing tablet, of course. I know not everyone is having one, but mine is the Cintiq 22 HD. I'm using, and it's a lot easier to draw with that. It's like drawing on paper, actually, just digitally, obviously. So what I did here is creating two lines, one normal layer, one vector layer, and on the vector layer I will start doing the line arts. We have our tools here on the side. You can also always adjust your workspace. I could just drag and drop this thing down here and up there again. This is just the way I find it easier to work with. Everyone is different, so just drag and drop all the windows however you like, however it works best for you. And I've also downloaded a ton of brushes, as you can see. I'm not sure if I will ever use them, but Clip Studio Paint actually uses or offers a lot of fun stuff, a lot of assets you can use. And last time I started to use this brush. It's a sketch color line brush, as it says here, and it works very well. I mean, I can make it little bit bigger and make it black so you can see it better. So this is, as you can see, the line thickness changes depending on the pressure of my pen. So that's also a pro for using a graphic tablet. And that's why I like this brush, also because it looks really, really nice as a line art brush. So that's the brush we are going to use. And I think I might actually change it to 10 pixels. So let me just lock that. Let's see. 10 pixels looks nice. And so that we won't get distracted by our initial drawing, I just set the whole draft folder to a lower opacity. So yeah, let's draw on the vector line. I'm also using my mouse at the same time. It's just, I don't know, I started to work like this for some reason. I can't really explain why though. Maybe it's still something that, yeah, some kind of leftover from when I was still using a pen and touch tablet. They are the ones without a display. This one here is with a display. So that may actually be the case. And yeah, so this is the first time I'm doing something like this, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure what to talk about. So yeah, what I'm doing, yeah, I'm just, yeah, redrawing everything I've drawn first time. So yeah, I'm fixing some stuff, and or will fix some stuff. I'm not sure, his eye looks really weird. I think I may. What I also like to do is, yeah, go back. You have always this little arrow. I've also put it on my pen, but yeah, I always forgot that it's there for some reason. So forgive me. So for the eyes, what I like to do is drawing them on a separate layer, so that if I see something amiss, I can just fix it very easily. I can show you what I mean in a second. So yeah, okay, so now I think the eye may be a bit too low. I will see at the end again, but now that I have set the eye on a different layer, you can see I can just drag it around and even, yeah, adjust it like this, and that's very nice. So whenever you know that you struggle with some parts of a drawing, for me it's usually the eyes. I put them much too high or much too low, so I try to put them on a different layer. Same for the eyebrows, so that I can adjust them afterwards. And yeah, so let's continue with the eyes. So yeah, why Clip Studio Paint? Honestly, I've started drawing digitally with Photoshop, like I guess most people my age did. I won't tell you my age though. You can check it out on my Discord or on my Twitter. So yeah, when I was starting to draw digitally as a child or teenager, there was only Photoshop, at least to my knowledge. I didn't know of any other software I could have used. There was no other software that I knew of, and yeah, so I started drawing in Photoshop, and honestly, I know a lot of great artists and painters out there use Photoshop for their artworks, and I honestly think they are amazing, because drawing in Photoshop for me was a big mess. I don't know how people actually can draw in Photoshop. I admire them, I really do. Because I think it's no easy task, because Photoshop is not a software that has been created for drawing. Photoshop is, yeah, as the name says, a software for creating or for doing stuff with my tongue photography. So yeah, it's not, it has not been made solely for the purpose of drawing, and maybe that's why I struggled so much with it, because I had I didn't learn Photoshop from someone else. I'm purely self-taught. The same goes for Clip Studio Paint, of course. So same to my drawings. I'm completely self-taught, and so using Photoshop without being taught what kinds of stuff I can do with it, and what kind of stuff I can't, is or was a big problem for me. So I was really great when I discovered what's it called? Easy Paint to Sci. It's a software that was or is developed. I'm not sure if they are still working on it, but it was at least developed from a company or someone in Japan. And a lot of Japanese artists use it, or used it at least. And so I went to Sci for a long time. And well, not that long, but still long for me. And I really liked it. I really liked how the vector tool works specifically, because the vector tool in Photoshop sucks. I can't work with it. I know I shouldn't struggle with it so much, but it's just difficult to handle, I think, and it's not that intuitive to use. So I was actually glad that the vector tool in Sci was so easy to use, and it was really fun drawing with it. But I still used Photoshop for a lot of other stuff, like twerking the colors a little bit and changing hues and whatever. So that was actually something I didn't like about Sci. It's a nice tool, and I would still recommend it for people who are starting with drawing, or want something that's easier to use than Photoshop. It's definitely a nice tool. However, you can do a lot more with Clip Studio Paint, and when they had a sale, I think it was 2 years ago, I just grabbed the opportunity. I need to change my eraser because I noticed that I've chosen the wrong one. So what was I saying? When they had that sale, and they offered Clip Studio for I think it was €25. I just took the opportunity and said, well, I just bought it, and I don't regret it. I really don't regret buying this software, because it's so nice, and I really love how it works and what it offers on top of that. As I said, you have a lot of assets you can get for free. Of course, there are also assets you have to buy, but most I use are completely free. And I think even that brush here, that sketch color line, I think it was free when I downloaded it. And most of these brushes, as you can see, these are all some custom-made brushes. Same here. These are all brushes I downloaded, and most of them are free, and that's something Sci don't has. And in Sci you have to do all your brushes yourself, or I'm not sure if you can download some, or not entirely sure. And to top it off, with one of their latest updates in Clip Studio Paint, it's now possible to even import your Photoshop brushes. So if you've started drawing in Photoshop and are now thinking of switching to Clip Studio Paint, now's your chance, because you can just drag and drop all your brushes into this software, and that's actually something you should consider if you are thinking about switching. If not, that's fine as well, because everyone should just work with the software they are comfortable with. And for me it's CSP, for others it's Photoshop, and I know one of my friends still uses Xiao, and that's okay. I still try to convince her to use CSP, but well, the downside of CSP is that you need to sit down, just like with Photoshop, and if you're self-taught, and you need to sit down and get to know the software. You get to know its works. You need to get to know how it works, what all these stuff means, and as you can see, the brush settings change, which whenever I choose another brush, depending on the brush. So you can change a lot of stuff here, and if you are willing to do that, CSP may just become the best friend of yours for drawing, at least. So yeah. God, I sound like a market lady. I'm so sorry. I don't want to sound like someone promoting Clip Studio Paint, but I'm just so happy with it. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. Just just to make sure that that you don't think I'm getting paid for saying all that stuff. I'm not getting paid saying all the stuff. So rest assured. So getting back to my drawing, you may have noticed I've also added another layer here for the flower in Wendy's hair, because I want to make sure that things like this, you see, I could have just drawn the hair and erased now the lines. I can do that right now, for example, like this, and drawn it on the same layer. But if I decide to change the position of the flower when I'm finished with the line art, like this, I can still erase that afterwards. And which reminds me, I should have done this here as well. So the thing is, I'm not limited to the space I've erased before. Now I just can drag and drop the flower wherever I want and erase the lines that go through later, or I can just leave them there and put the layer with the colors for the flower on top of the of this layer here. That both ways work. I usually tend to erase these lines here like this. I need to put that a bit smaller, so like this. You see now, there it is. So now it looks nice and clean, just like this. And I could do like this. I will undo that because I want to do that at the end. Okay, so let's see how it looks so far. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, and I like the eye more than before, at least for now. This may change at the end. So the thing is, I'm dragging that layer. I can also drag and drop the layers, of course. That I don't think I need to explain that. The thing is, actually, I notice a lot of mistakes in my drawings as soon as I'm done. So what I try to do, at least, I don't manage to do that every time, but I try to sit back and let the line art or the whole drawing rest for at least one day. So when I come back the next day, I can see it from a new perspective. And I made a mistake up here. So and check if there are any mistakes I need to fix, or if, I don't know, his eye is too low or too high or whatever, and I can fix that because before I finish the whole drawing. There are still a lot of mistakes I miss sometimes, which is the last time I saw a mistake was with my Xiao Van eyes artwork I did with the where you could see Xiao's reflection in Vandy's eyes and vice versa. And I noticed that I used a Gaussian blur on Vandy's reflection in Xiao's eye, but I didn't do the same for Xiao's reflection in Vandy's eye. So yeah, the thing is, I will probably add that to to this. So the thing is, they look a bit different now, but I don't think anyone has noticed so far. Well, now you know because you're watching this video, but yeah, that's actually something that happens quite a lot, and I still need to work on that, but I will get there eventually, one day, maybe, possibly never. I don't know. Well, so yeah, what else should I talk about? Yeah, as I said, I'm self-taught. I never went to art school. I never studied anatomy or something like this. Apart from whatever the school tried to teach us. Sorry, but German art classes suck. At least at elementary school and second level school. So yeah. So yeah, I actually started drawing first seriously after watching Sailor Moon for the first time. I guess a lot of girls my age did that time. And yeah, then it went on with Pokemon, and then there was Digimon, and in Germany the anime was not that well received when I was a child. It was quite new, and most people didn't like it. My parents were one of them. Eventually they accepted that I liked it, and they didn't care anymore, which is fine because it's a hobby of mine, and I just love anime. I love the anime art style. It's just, I don't know how to say that actually in English, because I've never expressed that in English before, but it has become part of my life, if you know what I mean. And so I'm fine with my parents that my parents were just ignoring my hobby. It was okay. I didn't really mind, but it was still difficult to get feedback. I didn't have people that told me, this looks wrong, or you should work on that. I didn't have someone like this. And my art teacher, when I fun story, when I drew something in elementary school, and we had the assignment was that we should explain or show a scene from history. If I remember correctly, it had something to do with history class, and we were supposed to draw something that happened, and I chose the witch hunt. I don't know why I chose that. I don't remember honestly, but at least I know the theme, and I chose the witch hunt, and I drew. I can show that up here. I drew something like this, you know, here's the steak, and it was really, really simple. I mean, I was, like 10 years old or something, so yeah, I drew a woman, and I actually, I was clever enough not really to show the anime style that time. So what I did was mostly something like this. And then I used this and that. So, yeah, something like this, and long hair. And mine this now looks uglier than what I did as a child. But, well, so, my teacher then gave it back to me, and she said, yeah, it looks pretty nice, but you know that woman didn't wear trousers during that time, yeah? And I was like, these are not trousers. This is a dress. This is just the fold of the dress. She is putting her leg like this. And my teacher was like, okay. Still, they didn't wear trousers. Yeah, I know that, but yeah, okay. My teacher didn't want to listen, so yeah. I learned my lesson, and I stopped drawing in that style completely in at school, at least. And yeah, there was actually I actually had a pretty rough time after changing to secondary school, and maybe I can talk about that in another video in the future. But yeah, you know, today I feel like teenager, especially, yeah, have it easier to just follow their dream regarding anime, manga, and yeah, the whole otaku stuff, you know. And I think it's way easier than it was when I was a teenager. And yeah, sometimes it really makes me sad, because when I see how good young people are at drawing anime, and I'm sitting here with my drawing, whatever I call them, I sometimes really feel sad, because yeah, I know I shouldn't think like this, but somewhere in my mind, this little voice telling me, yeah, imagine what or how good you may be if your parents would have supported you, or if your school teacher didn't say stupid stuff. And by the way, my second school teacher was much worse. She didn't even recognize anime art style as artwork. So yeah, I know there are still a lot of people like this out there. So if someone of you is watching this, you guys suck, because art is not defined by you only. It's defined by a lot of people, and anime is a form of artwork. No one can convince me otherwise. Not today. I'm much stronger than I was as a child. Yes, so that's actually how my school life went. And yeah, I did draw a lot when I started role playing. I did a lot of written role plays. I'm not sure if anyone remembers those pages called Legend of the Green Dragon. That's one of the things I participated in, and I had a lot of fun, and I created a lot of characters and met a lot of nice people there. Also my first boyfriend. But yeah, I drew a lot during that time. It's probably because I was just in a creative mood. I don't know. I felt like nothing could stop me, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it was it was a really creative time for me, and both in terms of writing and drawing. And yeah, in case you haven't done so, check out my Xiao fanfic, just to make a little bit of advertisement. So yeah, and please tell me how you like it, because it's really important to me how other people see my works, because I can't learn from nothing, you know. I need feedback so I can learn from my mistakes. Every person does, even if they try to say otherwise. So I struggle with that damn finger right here. I may just do it another time. So yeah, what was I saying? Yes. It was such a creative time for me, and I actually enjoyed it a lot, and I kind of miss it as well, because yeah, that was probably my most creative time ever. And then one day it just stopped. I don't really know what happened. It just stopped. I had a really big creative block, at least in terms of drawing. I did write a lot, but in terms of drawing, I just couldn't draw. I didn't have inspiration. I as I said, I don't really know what has happened, and maybe it was real life stuff that went on in my head. Yeah, way better than before. Yeah, sometimes I just need to switch to another part of the drawing and then try again, and yeah, it looks better this time. But I need to fix this one. That looks weird. So yeah, I just, I don't know. I just didn't draw a lot, and I think it was 2017 when that, no, not 2017, 2015 was one of that year, and I think it was also 2010 or something. I didn't draw as much. I still did draw, unless 2015, where I didn't draw at all. A lot of stuff happened in my real life, so yeah, there was nothing I could do about it. Well, maybe there was, but I decided not to for various reasons. And yeah, that's actually something I kind of regret, because I wish I would have just forced myself through this art block I had, and just keep drawing, even if it doesn't look good. I should have just done that, but yeah, now it's too late to change that. And yeah, still I must say I really do regret it, and I don't ever want to get into something like this again in my life. I know I will eventually, because no artist is safe from art block. You can't tell me otherwise, because I've never met an artist who has never ever suffered from an art block, at least once in his life or her life. Their lives. Let's use their and them. That's better. So yeah, that's something that has happened to me, and well, it's as I said, I regret it, but it's okay. I as you can see, I managed to get back to drawing, and I must say it's thanks to a very dear friend of mine. For one, there are a lot of other reasons as well, but she's the one that actually pushed me forward in a lot of ways, especially regarding my drawing hobby, because I do all of this is just a hobby of mine. I don't do this professionally. And also in terms of writing and generally using my imagination for stuff. And yeah, that friend is Mary. So yeah, Mary, if you're watching this, thank you for staying by my side and getting me motivated every now and then. I still need to get you more motivated as well, but yeah, we will get there. And I also know that you have a lot of other stuff to do right now. So yeah, what I just want to say, friends are really important, especially for artists. And what most people don't understand is that especially artists are in need of true friends in the sense of, like, they will tell you if you suck. You know, they won't say it like this, but they will tell you gently and with no ill intentions, but because they care about you. And we artists need people like this, because or a lot of artists I know, I don't want to say every artist is like this, just from my experience. We artists struggle a lot with self-confidence, and so we need someone to help us get through these and pull us out if necessary, or just be honest with us and tell us that this thing we did was just stupid or a bad idea or whatever. And I can say I'm a lucky person that has such people, but I know of a lot of people who don't, and I'm really sad that they don't have such a person by their side. And it doesn't have to be a partner, you know. It can just be a regular person. It can also be the lady from the supermarket you see every day, you know, and or the old grandma who always gave you a candy when you were a child and walked past her, you know. People like this are enough to boost your confidence sometimes. And so to every other person who's not an artist, be kind to your artist friends. Oh God, I'm getting I'm getting emotional here. And so I don't know what else to tell you. I think just what I want to say before I stop this recording for today, and I will continue on another day at this point. What I just want to tell you all is that if you're an artist, don't be afraid to show your stuff, whatever art style it may be, to other people. If there are people like my art teacher who tell you that's not art and you suck or whatever, it hurts, of course. It hurt me as well. But just don't let it get to you. You know, just try to ignore it, because this kind of feedback is not feedback you actually want, and that will help you. Feedback is very important, but it's not easy to give proper feedback. I know, because I've learned how to give proper feedback due to my former job. So if you have any questions regarding that, just tell me in the comments, and I can talk about that in the next video I record. So and to every other person knowing an artist person, tell them about this video and if they need a confidence boost in a way. And yeah, so regarding my future projects, I just want to get that off of my chest. There are there are some laws changing in Germany, so I'm not exactly sure if I will be able to do my Let's Plays for Genshin Impact in autumn this year. I still need to check whether Let's Players are, or Let's Plays in general are actually affected by that. I don't know that yet because I didn't read through the whole thing. But if they are, I may actually not do the Let's Play, which is actually kind of sad. But I can't change that. Laws are laws, and sometimes you just have to cope with them. Fortunately, though, this doesn't include my other projects, so like fan arts, and I hope the same goes for the pronunciation guide. I really hope that the guide will stay up. I'm not sure, honestly. Well, you will see if it's gone one day, but for now it should be safe. And yeah, read my fanfic. I'm not sure if you're even a Xiao fan, if you're even active in the fandom or not. But if you like Genshin Impact fanfics, and if you are comfortable with BL, please check it out. I really need more feedback, and I also think it turned out quite well. I'm not sure. I don't want to brag or something, but that's the thing, with artists. Sometimes they just want people to read their stuff or see their stuff and want to hear their opinions. And I see that people are liking my story because they are giving me kudos on Archive of Our Own. That's where my fanfic is uploaded to. Our link is in the description, by the way. Or likes on Twitter, Instagram, or Pixiv, wherever. And but they never tell me anything. They don't say, oh, this looks good, or neither do they say, oh, this sucks. I would be fine with either. At least please tell me how you like it. Please. Please I appreciate artists' work more. In terms of just comment on their stuff, leave a like, retweet, share, whatever, and especially for smaller artists like me, it's a huge help for promoting our stuff and getting to know out there in this big digital world we have. So I'm not quite done with the Venti lineup. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks quite nice, actually. The eye is definitely better, but I may still need to cast it down or put Xiao a bit more up. I'm not sure about that. I will think about it for the next session. If you like videos like this, just tell me in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, whatever. Check out my other channel, like Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, so if you have Twitter, go check my page out. It's @Jess. And so we will continue. I don't know when yet. Maybe next week, someday next week, maybe tomorrow, however I feel like it. So I hope you had fun. If you have any questions I should answer during the next session, again, write them in the comments and I will get to them. Maybe not all of them, but some. And See you the next time. Have fun, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye bye.